everybody, my name is Tommy and today we're going to talk about the digestive system. So every digestive system always starts with the mouth. The mouth is where we put food. For example, you put bread in your mouth and you chew it up. Your saliva, some HCI, and your tongue, the rolling action of your tongue, and of course your teeth turns that bread into a circular thing called bolus. Then the bolus will go down the throat. The throat here, the trachea, the way into the trachea will close, also called as the voice box. That's why when you talk, when you're eating, it seems hard to talk. And there is an eclipso, which closes the trachea one more time, not so small than the closing action of the whole trachea, but it is just enough to get the bolus down to your stomach. So, when I said about the stomach, let's move on to the next part, which is the stomach. The stomach consists of, one part, it's just the stomach, but has many stomach glands that shoot out different types of chemicals and even produces pure water. We have pepsin, which is produced on the upper left of the stomach, and mucus, which is produced on the upper right. And we have hydrochloric acid, which is produced on the lower left, and renin, which is produced on the lower right. Water is produced on the middle top, and which it mixes the bolus with the mucus, the renin, the hydrochloric acid, and the pepsin. Before pepsin, we have the pepsinogen. When mucus matches with pepsinogen, here's the mucus, here's the pepsinogen. It is in water before, and it matches to turn into pepsin, which is in here. Next, we have the explosion of renin. Renin is when a part of this hydrochloric acid, which is created before, is washed apart and mashed up with a little bit of water to cause a watery green substance called renin. Like I said, the hydrochloric acid was just created in the body. Now let's move on with the creation of the mucus. The mucus was when the bolus was split into one part of five of it was taken out and mixed with water and hydrochloric acid. So basically it was mixed with renin to actually produce the mucus. Okay, so now that's for the creating of the parts in the stomach. Let's move on with the small intestine. The small intestine is a wriggly organ, and very wriggly. As you can see, the bolus will start here, and will move down around until it reaches here. From here, it will go down a small passageway to reach going out. From this part, it will start here and go all around the large intestine, and then we'll go to the pusher. The pusher will then push it up and down based on the movement of your muscles. And then if you take it out of it, double your muscles, then when it's gone around and turned into stool, then it goes out to the anus, and the anus gets a bit of more muscle to actually push all the stool out into where you usually sit every day. Okay, let's move on with a few more facts of the digestive system. The digestive system is not only a system that digests, but also it protects some things. Like I said, it protects It protects the trachea and a bit of more. When it goes to the stomach, even more of the bolus. So here, the bolus will turn into this, smaller. Will cover the covering of the stomach. In order for the bacteria not to penetrate the stomach walls and then cause ripples in the stomach, which evacuates the bolus and makes all the proteins go out into your blood. And when your blood pumps all that protein into your trachea, then you will get heart disease. That's it. So, now, finally, I would like to talk about the saliva, which contains three main parts. First, it's the antibacterial components like enzymes and the coast. Second, it is also composed of water. Water is a main source of saliva. Since as you can feel the saliva, it's very watery. Finally is electrolytes, which are kind of like electrons, only they're kind of like this. They're like a thumbs up. Like this, as you can see, it matches with a thumbs up. And it is not in the shape as the electron. Okay, so today you've learned about, first of all, you learned about the process of the digestive system from the mouth to the throat to the stomach here, then to the small intestine, and then to the large intestine, then to the anus. Second, I told you a bit of facts about the digestive system, in which I told you about the protection involved, the outside covering of the stomach, and the protection of the trachea. Then I told you about the components in the saliva. So that's it for today, and see you next time with the next part of Tommy's Amazing Science. Bye bye.